Hello. For those of you who are checking us out for the first time, I'm Kyle.
And I'm Michelle, and we are the Wandering Shores.
Today, our adventure is a 5-mile hike on what is a section of the Buckeye Trail. The Buckeye Trail is the only trail that is completely enclosed within the state of Ohio. This section here is just a little bit south of Chandlerville, Ohio, and it's about 72 degrees out. The leaves are falling, so it's going to be a beautiful day out. We got some rain last night, and we're looking forward to this hike. So I'm going to turn you around here and show you the beginning of it, and then take you along with us in sections as we head up the trail. This trail is a out and back, so we're anticipating about a 2.5-mile hike up to the top, and then a turnaround and come back. So we'll check in with you as we make this hike. Checking back in with everyone. It's a pretty nice trail. It's very well marked. For being the middle of October, it's not really that overgrown, which I'm happy about. One thing we were just talking about is the fact that if you're the person hiking up front, you are definitely the spider catcher. There is no reason to believe anybody's been out here on this section of the trail in quite some time. I have caught probably about 50 spider webs right in the face. So that's one of the challenges if you like to hike, if you're going to be the lead on that hike, is spider catching. But here, I'll turn you around, kind of show you some of the trail as we keep going. We are about 0.9 miles in. It's been pretty easy right now. Nothing real challenging. Not a whole lot to see out here yet. There aren't a lot of rock formations. We found a little pond back there not too far. Took a couple images of that. But other than that, it's basically about a 4-foot wide grass, dirt, leaf trail. We'll check back in as we make progress. One of the things we really like about hiking is that the terrain is always changing. So we started on what probably was an old gravel road of some sort, about 4 or 5 feet wide. Hiked that for about the first 1.5 miles. Then we got into some dense forest, which you saw. The temperature dropped a little bit, and the ground was a lot wetter after last night's rain. And now we're just up at the top and heading into the next section, which is going to take us across a prairie or grassland. So that's one of the beautiful things about hiking. You just never know what you're going to run into along the trail. From what we can tell on the map, we've probably got about another 3/4 mile or so before we hit the turnaround. And then we're going to re-hike this in the opposite direction. So it's going to end up being probably right around 5 miles, I think. We're at 2 miles and a little over right now. So we'll keep you updated as we hit the turn. And lo and behold, I think I've spotted some of our favorite hiking environment. Looks like we're hiking into the pines. I always love hiking through the pine forest. Reminds me of my trips out to the Pacific Northwest, Olympic National Park, Port Angeles area, which we will be headed at some point on our adventures. But yeah, we're heading into some pine trees. And I can start to smell that beautiful smell.
Hello, we made it. We made it to the turnaround spot. We hiked 2.5 miles.
Elevation change was right at 1,040, so it was a pretty good uphill on the way here.
Yeah, wasn't bad. But now it's time for some snacks. And if you know me, you know that I like to have snacks available wherever I'm at.
She saved our ass more than once.
Exactly. So we're gonna have a little snack, and then we're gonna head back in and head back down.
Well, we just finished up that section of the trail. Total trail was right at 5 miles. For those of you who may have been following along in my last midway point, I said we had climbed an elevation of 1,040. That was not right. The elevation that we are currently at was 1,040. We had climbed about 450 feet of elevation along the trail. So that correction being made, I thought I'd give Michelle an opportunity to kind of give a recap of how she felt about this trail.
Yeah, I think it's a good trail. It was, I would consider it moderately easy. The trail is leaf covered, which isn't bad. For the most part, it's pretty wide and you can easily see the trail. And the second thing that makes it nice is you have the blazes that are painted on the trees. They were the color blue. And it even said at the beginning, follow the blue blazes. And you see those throughout the trail, going there and coming back. So you're pretty much assured you're going the right direction.
Yeah, after you guys seeing one of our last videos where we went geocaching in northern Ohio and got completely lost out in the middle of the woods, that wasn't happening on this section.
No.
You know, those blue blazes are very easy to see. They are probably every 50 feet or so,
Yeah.
so they're easily identifiable, and it's hard to get off trail.
So it was a good hike. We maintained a good pace, so I would recommend it.
Thanks for joining. One of the other things I wanted to mention too about this area of the state, one of the nice things about this section of the trail is there is an organization called the American Energy and Power, and what they do is they have repurposed the land here after it was being mined for coal for years, and they have placed probably about 6 or 7 free campgrounds. We're staying at one about 10 minutes away, but this one right here is Bicentennial Campground, so it is completely free. You can stay for up to 14 days. I'll walk through this, and just as we're walking back towards the car, give you guys a rundown of what it looks like. There is a beautiful lake out here, plenty of camping. Doesn't really matter what size rig you have. There are special sites for tents. There are Class A's out here. There are travel trailers. There'd be no reason to get no problem getting Class C's in here either. So it's a beautiful place. Can't go wrong, and the price is right, so it's free. There's a picture of the lake. All right, Kyle and Michelle checking out. Join us for our next adventure.